It's the 17th of September, 5 to 5, and I'm on number 15. I really got to download these things. That might be something that I do tonight. Probably not. Tomorrow morning. It'll allow me to pretend I'm doing something useful on the laptop. I guess it is vaguely useful to me, I guess. Keeping the files up to date for the commentary of I guess a rather unimpressive life. Does it seem that way to me? Do I not think, I wish I was doing this and that and the other? I don't really. It's funny. I don't have much energy these days. I haven't had much energy for a long time to do anything, you know. So when Flo says, I'd like to have the Manleys around to play some Trivial Pursuit or something, I kind of find myself inwardly rolling my eyes, thinking I don't want to do anything like that. So if someone said, would you like a busy life where you have to go and meet people and do all these things, I don't think I would. But I guess to most other people, this existence, well, no, I'm talking shit for plenty of people. They would be more than happy to be doing what I'm doing. It's all subjective, I suppose, depending on what this person's state of life is like now. If someone is living in a shitty place in China, for instance, they probably would love the notion of living here and walking around in this beautiful countryside. And although I am trying to get a job, I'm not starving or anything. I don't think I'm going to, you know. I'm not going to be kicked out of the place here. I think we will manage the 500 euros a month. So really, I can't complain. I'm just saying it in terms of a social life, a sexual life, or for someone who's very driven, ambitious, cares about their level, if you like, then my way of doing things might seem rather dull, bland. But anyway, I'm going to go to the retirement home, the retreat, the Belle Fountain, and I'm leaving in my CV and covering letter that we worked on for quite some time, so that maybe, with the will of the gods, with a bit of luck, I can get myself one of them fancy, highly qualified jobs of cleaning plates. It's really like American Beauty with Kevin Spacey, but I'm even looking for something far less impressive than McDonald's. I'm going all the way. I've kind of said this before. It's like literally like the Laurel and Hardy scenes from the Great Depression. You know, I'm going to be washing dishes for my money. That's a lovely car. Someone passed me in an old 1950s convertible, something or other. Yeah, I just laugh at it because here I am, a guy who did had a pretty good education. Standards were pretty high back in the academy. You know, you learned quite a bit. You learned how to read and write properly. You learned how to conduct yourself. And then I did have a few years in a drama centre, in a theatre, an amateur theatre, and then a professional theatre. So even without succeeding, I did work on my speech and movement and various things. So I have some, and philosophy and things. I have some kind of education. And then I've got years of experience working in the creperie and working in a couple of years in Deloitte's and video shops and whatnot. And as I get close to my 60th birthday, it all accumulates in me applying to work in a kitchen and probably not going to get it even, you know, because they probably don't need anybody. And maybe I seem overqualified, but then again, who the fuck wouldn't be overqualified? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I gave the date, didn't I? It's the 17th. It's a Wednesday. And Monday at 8:30, we have to be in X to see Dr. Merite. And then at 11 I get my injection. But then Wednesday I have an appointment to see Dan Scalacci because of the problem I'm having in my upper tooth. I've been taking antibodies and he's going to check all that out Wednesday, and I guess it says something. I'm far more stressed about the dentist than the eye doctor, because the eye doctor, I guess I know exactly what's happening, more or less, and it should be all over fairly quickly, you know. But the dentist, I don't know what he's going to find, and I don't know what the fuck he's going to suggest. I just hope it's not going to be some chaos up there, you know. We need to take out like 2 of your caps and your top of your teeth, and you'll have to go around with no front teeth for a couple of weeks till we sort all that out and blah blah blah. Or you're going to need another operation like before. I'm going to get my wife in. We'll do it. You'll need stitches. I'm not looking forward to it. It's one of those things that, left to my own devices, I'd probably just ignore it because the pain has gone now, which is kind of what I thought would happen. You know, you get stuff like this, like an abscess or something, it's a burning sensation, and I have had it when I was in Deloitte's. I remember one night it bothered me, but that was just for a while and it seemed to go. So I'd be tempted just to fucking leave it. I'm going to say that to the dentist, see what he thinks. So that's the stuff that's looking forward to. It's funny, I was listening back to some of these recordings and stuff on the tapes, and they are built on this system. Every single recording, every entry is me mentioning what's coming that's tormenting me. And as I was listening back to the tapes, because if you listen back to a tape or a few tapes that were done a year ago, it's funny because all the stuff has come and gone. And in a you know, if I listen back to this in a few weeks' time, all the stuff I'm talking about now will have come and gone, whatever it is. And I would probably say, there was no point in giving it any thought whatsoever, was there? Because there's nothing you could have done about anything. It's just you have to go, you're going to get the thing in your eye, it may help, it may not. You go to Dan, he's going to take some x-rays and stuff, he may do something, he may not, but there's no point in talking about it, thinking about it, and I am getting better at that. I find these things are out of my mind a lot more, and it is quite it's quite a thing to be able to just forget about these things. You really want to forget about them. Then the other thing is, not till October, Flo wants me to try and teach some senior citizens some English, and I want to do that because, you know, I didn't know what the AA was going to be like, and it turned out that it was okay. So who knows, maybe something like this will work for me. Maybe it is these powers that be working in my favor, you know, trying to kind of move me in that direction, because it's not something that's come about through any effort of my own. It's completely through Flo and her associates. I'm wearing my jumper and I'm roasted. I didn't think it was going to be as hot as it is. And my stomach is completely bloated, which is weird. It's been really fine for the last couple of weeks even, I think. 2 weeks maybe. What did I just eat? Peanuts? No, I have bread and chicken. Fuck, that's what I ate that I hadn't been eating for the last couple of weeks. That kind of cheap bread and chicken, the sandwiches like I used to get. And I think it's just immediately blown my stomach out like a balloon. Yeah. That would make sense. I gotta forget about it. If one little sandwich does that, man, I gotta forget about those. Flo's doing a sculptor course today, 6 o'clock to 8. Then she's going to Maraval. I don't know. I'm guessing she's going Friday. She has to be back Sunday because we have to go to Merite early Monday. Nothing much to say, really. It's a nice evening. I'm back in Anno for the moment, and I managed to get a stable economy and kind of a stable everything, I think. I tried to attack my old Willie to take over his island, but I failed. Don't underestimate those flamethrower things that they have protecting the island. Those fucking things took about 5 of my ships. I don't know how long I'll keep going on this game. It's I'm now trying to make battle cruisers, but it's such a slow process. You know, it literally would take you, I mean literally, even with the game speeded up, it could take you 10 hours to get a sufficient amount of these things to attack, and it's I don't think I want to do that. Transport Fever 3 is coming out, I think, in the next few months. That might be something to think about. I've been applying to more online stuff, customer representative. But there's a sense that it's all hopeless. Because there's always some fucking catch, you know? If it says, you don't need any experience, we teach you on the job, and you think, excellent. And then you get to the end and it says, you need to have a permit to work in America. And we're only taking people from Canada, America, and the UK or something like that. Yeah, the online stuff feels just hopeless. You send away stuff and you never hear anything. I spent about an hour filling up this very competent looking questionnaire, kind of to judge my competencies, and I heard nothing back from it. Just a message saying that it had timed out or something. And these are the very few ones that I actually get to fill something out and send it. The vast majority I don't even get to that point because you need experience, you need to do this, that. I don't know what the whole world is doing with these jobs. And the problem is, it's like, I understand the fact that when I was working in corals, I had to learn how to do the bets. It was just a unique machine that you had to use. And if you didn't know how to use it, there was no way of explaining it, really. And all the stuff online, you need somebody or some company that's willing to give you a while to just learn all the stuff, do something, and then you start working. But I just can't find that. It's frustrating. It may be that, although it kind of terrifies me at the same time, the thought of working in the kitchen here at the end of this walk might be the simplest, straightforward thing, Maybe. Where you're not worried about internet connection, or you're not worried about your level of computer skills, or you're not trying to learn about Excel. You're not racking your brains because you don't understand how the fucking cloud works. You're not worried about missing an important call or an email going to spam. The whole online world maybe doesn't agree with everybody. I'm happy when I'm in the middle of my anno world. But would I really be able to or want to be working in any capacity online? We'll see. How long have I been talking? 18 minutes. Talking nonsense. I hope, obviously, I'm wrong, but as you get older, things seem to find a way of happening. Things that can change the situation a little bit, or a lot. And so, I don't really know what the next 2 years holds in terms of me, my health, and various things. Flo is going to India in December for the month, and what I want to do really is I just want to stay put. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to visit Ireland. I don't want to visit anybody, but I want her to drop Tuco off because I just don't want to be getting up to walk Tuco, look after Tuco. I want to be alone. And so I have to somehow, she keeps going on, I have to go to Ireland, and otherwise she says Tuco can stay with me. Maybe at the end of the day that wouldn't be such a big deal. But I would like to worm my way out of that. I'd like to pretend I'm going somewhere and then not go. I don't know why I can't just tell the truth, but I can't, because she's going to insist that she's not going to leave Tuco away when I'm at home all the time. Why would she? Why, you know, it's stupid. It's right. Maybe I should consider booking myself some kind of a trip somewhere by train for a weekend, just to be able to say I'm going somewhere. Anyway, 20 minutes. That's what's happening on this 17th of September. I'm walking past where the horses used to be, and I'm hot, bloated, and just a bit depressed, a bit down. If I could just look forward to December, it'd be something, but there's always something else. Anyway, I'm going to switch off. Boring myself, actually.